So this would be the part number 2 when we create a flow that actually does something for the application. In the previous one, we created a flow that specifically fixes the application when it has like a spinning circle. But now let's address the big issue in hand. I want the user to be able to drop the server or something like that for a while, and then fix this issue by running another overflow. And I'm going to use this flow as a basis. So is there like a duplicate or something? No, you need to use the duplicate
Copy
from the menu
paste,
over
maybe?
here.
No,
No, not everything is copy pastable. And we will rename the flow, and it's going to be Aos delay and delay and resource issue. No, I don't know. Going to be different. Aos gradual degradation, and okay, then it's going to be delay. I'm creating really long names because the more places you use to specify what you need from the user, maybe the more attention they pay, and then less issues that we need to support. So it's going to be delay, and then it's going to be, I don't know if I can use this character. So delay, and then it's going to be stop service, and then overload resources. Okay, that's a very good name. Actually not, because it's kind of showing you what's underneath.
I'm not going to argue. You're writing it. I'll just keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, no, that's okay. So
no, well, it's kind of interesting. I have never done well, I'll get to this sometime later, but I have never created a flow.
Oh, well, that's good.
So that's watching good. This and recording it is a good thing.
Okay, so let's see. There's the pause. There should be like a component that pauses, right? So when I look at one of the older flows, oh, it's called sleep. Okay, so I'm going to drag and drop sleep from here. I used all names except for sleep. This is sleep. Okay, and also in order to set, why did it put 2 of those? I don't know. Actually put 2 of those in one go. I don't know what happened here. But another thing that we need to use is the put command. Basically, it would just execute a what it's called, curl command in order to execute a remote API call. So we'll go to this HTTP client thingy, and we will get ourselves the HTTP client put, because put is the method that is used by our Aos application in order to change settings, right? Yeah. So we're going to toggle it as a start step, and then and also there's going to be single response, and this is going to be single response because we are not taking any action in case it fails, right? And basically this is the flow. Let's make it a little bit more comprehensive over here. Okay, and let's see what kind of variables I need to use in order for it to work. So username is going to be assigned from external host name. I'm not sure that I even need to use the username. It's not required. Okay, so only the URL is required. Everything else is completely optional. And in a minute, we'll find out what about all other settings. Maybe there are some settings that need to be put on default here. So the URL is going to be actually, I already prepared it here. So this is the URL. And I'll just paste it here. So this URL actually includes 2 variables that need to be created externally, right? So one of them is cart delay, another one is Aos host, but I already have it here. So I'll just delete the Aos host.
Are you recording now?
Always, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
For the YouTube?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So I have a variable that's called it's called a ext hostname. It just was cloned from the previous flow, so it already exists. This is the name. This is how it looks like, right? So assigned from, and I'm going to assign it to ext hostname. Okay, so now this is going to be a variable, but also I need to create a variable called cart delay in all lower caps. Delay, it's just inheritance that I got from someone else that built this thing, this flow in the past, but it allows me external control. Okay, so I have the constant, but I can also modify it later. So when I go to design, and I'm checking what is going to be, it's going to be the cart delay is going to be pushed to this section over here, and the host name is going to be pushed here. So, and now it's time to test it, but I'll change the SSH command for now, and the command is going to be something like every time the command runs, just append something to a text file, because I want this command to be safe. I want to modify the commands once I get to the relevant part, right? So actually, you know what? The command comes from external variable. So it's going to say echo 1, 2, 3 to a file. In the root, it's going to be 1txt. Something like that. So every time we execute the runbook in the debug, it would just get this portion for us. Great. And what is the last thing that I need? Probably I need to connect to the Aos application and verify how long it takes to add stuff to cart. So I'll log into the application, and then we'll be ready to debug. Okay, so I'll log in with the admin user. All right, this is the login, and now I'm going to, let's say, choose a speaker, and I'm going to say add to cart. And it was pretty much immediate. Fantastic. So if it works, then I'll create a 15-second delay, so then I know that my command works. So it's time to debug. Local connection and run. Okay, Aos web 1, continue. Oh, and it requires a field. What kind of field it requires? This is just a comment. This is just the name of it, is it? Okay, so here's the first bug, and let's see what's going on over here. So I was pretty much sure that the URL prompts the user from texts, and it's not assigned. Card delay, default URL. Oh, right, so prompt user. See, that was my mistake. I needed to change it to constant. There we go. Yeah, both of them are text fields, so I got confused between those two. And still, now we will retry. Go for it, specify the name of the server. We're going to Aos Web 1, continue. Go for it. Okay, it thinks, it thinks too much. Number of seconds to sleep, and I didn't specify that one. Okay, so 1 second, please. Okay, pending. Okay, and then SSH command. I know that the SSH command works. Okay, so this thing says that it value protocol. Yeah, Aos Web 1, 8080, and this is the URL that it was using. So all of the variables were passed correctly. Let's see, add to cart. That was pretty fast. Okay, let's add to cart once more. And it's just too fast. Why can't I add to cart? slowly. Okay, so the URL did work and the put command was sent, but for some reason it didn't work. So it's time to bring my trusty documentation for trainings and see what kind of commands I was using in the past. And it's going to be Overshoot and it's going to be OBM. So that's on my second screen over here. Let's have a look. So we took the exercises, investigate, top 6, custom discovery. Okay, let's see. So this was the investigation of Aos application, how it behaves. So this is the investigation of the shopping cart, but for APIs, okay, let's see, get categories of data. So all of this includes the commands that we need to use in order to retrieve the data if we're using a Postman client, right? But all of this can be translated into Linux commands as well. So, okay, so put, then specify the name of the URL, and then the value. So this is pretty much it. It's pretty much it. So I have those commands actually. Metrics forwarding, custom view, optics custom discovery. I think it's in the DB monitoring policy. No, it's REST API policy, sorry. It's the REST API policy. I'll have the exact command, so, which is super nice. So we go to commands down here. Okay, curl your from file, from location, parameters. So this is how you get it, right? You're serving curl location request get parameters. So this is how I get the parameter from Aos Web if I use curl. And where did I copy it from? User request get. Okay. Value card delay. Oh, right. Card delay, card delay. So every time I record a YouTube video, I actually it becomes a Linux tutorial. Aos Web 1. Do we have anything? No such file or directory because I need to curl. And my copy paste, let me guess, my copy paste doesn't work anymore. Is it true? So I'm just, I'll take this, it's an delay time, and I'll try to paste it into the desktop over here, and no, it just doesn't work. Okay. We'll have to type it manually, I guess.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's really bad. curl my dash request get, and then I'm going to specify http // Aos Web 1 8080 catalog API v1 demo app config /parameters, and then what was the parameter? Add to card time delay. That's the parameter. Okay, something like that. What's the value?
Putting it.
Yep. Yes, I need to close it. And it says DNS fail. Could it be that I need to opsbdemos.net. Could it be that the command?
Maybe SW demos.
Oh, right, right. It says wdemos. Why did I do that?
Well,
wdemos, right. No, it's still error, DNS fail, why, AOS, web1.
See, you're going to what here? You're going to, is it 8080 or is it 8088? I guess it's 8080.
It should be 8080.
No, can you, well, I think also because this is a standard curl, I don't think you need to even put the request get unless you just want to put that in there for, you know, to make it clearer, because I think by default the curl runs without that.
Probably. Let's see. No, it just says
you need the curl command, but
yeah, what's the curl?
Yeah, that should put it right to standard out, just like what you had before, I would think.
Maybe I need to specify location. Maybe it just likes the L or something. So it's just double dash location. No, it's just really weird. So let's try localhost instead. Maybe it doesn't like going to itself. Okay.
Well, is it requiring a? Well, it didn't say that it's access denied. So if you do that with a -K or something.
-K would be for self-signed certificate, so it doesn't do anything here. So curl location, localhost catalog API.
I keep forgetting that AOS is HTTP. It's open.
So that's really weird. Do I have Postman here? I should.
Squid.
Yeah, I do have it. Okay, so we'll do it. Now it's a Postman tutorial. Okay.
Oh, you just know too many things here, Alexei.
That's okay. As long as it works eventually. Just it did not create the cart delay, right? Take the shopping cart. Maybe view cart is slowed down. No, it's not. Maybe if I'll start the session from scratch, I'll try to log out, because it looked to me like it was just something really good. It just worked, and I stole the command from something that does work. Right, so, and I'm not logged in as a user at the moment, which is super weird. Right? Yeah, I'm not logged in as a user. So let's try to add a mouse to our cart. Okay, 10 doors, and add to cart just worked immediately. All right, well, we'll have to. Okay, so this is the get and this is the put. Okay, and estimate delay time. So let me copy it. And I'll say that the command pulls the add to cart delay. Okay, that's how I'm going to get the parameter. Send. Let's say what it says, sending request. Also, I'll use this send. Sending request, but why it thinks so much? Just overthinks it. So yes. Value. So I'll send, and it looks like the whole Tomcat might not be exposing this. Right? That's really weird. Error, could not get response. Maybe this is why the curl didn't work. Oh, this is the wrong URL. Maybe this was the problem. Let's see, send. Yeah, it's pretty much immediate. Okay. And it says that whatever I did wrong, it's just wrong. So opsb is wdemos.net. Send. There we have it. So parameter value is 0. So let me just copy the whole thing. And then we'll get, what did I copy? Catalog. We'll just copy this whole part up to catalog slash. Right, so now it should retrieve the setting. So let's see. And it says 15. It's actually add to card time delay 15 seconds, but we don't see it like this, don't we? It just the functionality did not work. So I'm going to switch strategies, and I'm going to use SLA at delay time. This is the login delay. Maybe the application is at fault, and as you know, we don't have too much time to spend on this kind of thing. So I'm going to change the whole thing that it does, right? It's going to be the login delay, right? So I'm just going to change the name of the parameter that we're going to change remotely. That's all. That's all. And now I'll change the sleep to default. And eventually it's going to be 180 seconds, 3 minutes, but for now it's going to be 1 second. I don't want this prompt anymore. And so, yeah, let's give it a try. I think this would be Aos Web 1. Go for it. Continue. Okay, that's fantastic. That's the put. So we know for a fact that it worked. What didn't work is the actual expected response from the application, right? Because we were expecting to wait for 15 seconds before we add something to a card, but it just didn't work. So it wasn't the OO flow. It was perfect on the first go. But now, let's see, I say sign in, and we are counting back. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, that is good. And then the login, and now our APM would say, you know what, all of this is fantastic, but I don't work like this anymore. I don't like it, and everything's good. So this is going to be our HTTP put client, and the default value is 15. So now it's time for the SSH command. And the SSH command that we're going to use is the one that we use for mRemoteNG. So we're going to say which, no, so not mRemoteNG, stressng. Okay, and then we're going to specify this command that would say 2 CPUs loaded up to 65%, and then it's going to occupy additional 14 gigabytes of disk space while it's running, -D, and then it's going to say memory will run 2 gigabytes, no, 1.5 gigabytes. So it's going to be 6, basically 6 times 256, which is 1.5 gigabytes, and then time 1 hour. So let's test the command to see that it does what it does, and here is the htop that shows that it's doing what we want it to do. So there it is, more or less averages. Now it would just go to normal. You don't want to run it for 1 hour. And df -h is going to say that it's still filling the disk space. So filling the disk space takes time. 19, so it should stop at about 14, basically more than 50%. That's what we want. And when it stops, it just stops. All right. 49, maybe use 50. Yeah, it just goes up. Fantastic. So we know that this command works, and we'll just copy it, and this would be our remote command. And as you see, I'm using an absolute path to the command because I'm not trusting the remote session to know exactly or have the all of the executables available to it the same way that I have in the bash session, because bash and SSH connection are not the same thing. Okay, so let's go to our command. It's actually here hidden in the variables. So external command is going to be this. Hey, where's the rest of it? Oh, because okay, and I have an extra space, so I'm going to remove it. Okay, so this is my stress script. That's number one. That's number one, and I'm going to save it, and I'm not even going to test it because I know for a fact that my commands work. I debugged it in this flow, and I know for a fact that my what is called my HTTP put client works because we tested it right now. The only thing that I do need to change this to 180 because I want to slow down the application to make sure that APM would hit that slowness at least once, and only then implement stress. Oh, you know what I did miss? It should be a double command. You see, this is walking through this works really well. It's going to be systemctl stop Tomcat, and only then execute the stress. It needs to stop Tomcat, so everything else would fail. And yes, application is unavailable. Then we get site scope alerts as well, and we get availability alerts from APM. Great. So that's script for gradual degradation. Now we are going to duplicate it and rename it. So this would be our fix. So we're going to append fix Aos gradual degradation. Restore service. Restore resources. Service and delays. And reset delays. Okay. Set delays. Okay, cool. So that's our name. Why did it copy twice? I have no idea. Okay, one of them needs to change. Rename. Fix Aos. Fix all issues. Fix all. Okay, help me, Jerry. What would be the good name for the user? Fix Aos gradual degradation. Restore.
Restore service.
Restore Aos to initial state. State.
Or known state.
Yeah, I just don't want them to confuse those two.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, that's okay. Oh, I need to press enter when I rename it. Okay, once more. Fix.
Yeah, okay.
Restore initial state. Enter. Oh, that's okay. So I'm going to close this, and I'm going to close the debugger, and this one is going to be a little bit reversed. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to, what did I do? Okay, I need to delete the relationships because they are going to be reversed now. Right, so first I need to restore the Aos service, and I need to stop the stress script, and only then, once the application is up, I need to set the delay back to 0. Okay, so that would be start step, And the SSH command, that one is going to be an interesting one. I hope I still have it somewhere. No, I do not. I need to find it.
If the point is to restore it, why would you even keep just out of curiosity, why would you even keep the delay flow in there? You said you reversed it, right? But you're just, is there a point to keeping the sleep?
Yes, because it takes time for Tomcat to start, and until the application is fully started, I don't want to execute a put command or an API call that would just go nowhere.
Okay.
Understood. Yeah, it makes sense. Mm-hmm. All right, so we are going to our enable. Just going to my notepad on the other screen because I need to type everything because my copy paste doesn't work. Okay, so we're going to say for PID in dollar $/ef grep stress AWK open quotes open square parenthesis print $2. Where's the $? $2 close parentheses close single quotes and then close regular quotes. Do kill -9 $PID. No, $PID. Okay, and then done. Okay, let's see if it worked. Ooh, stress. Okay, let's see if it killed it. Control, it's killed. Yeah, I see it says killed. Control U. So it works. I'll start it once more. Right, and we'll do PS EF stress. There it is. All of those workers started, right? This is why I'm running this complex command, because I need to kill all of those processes in a single go. So now I'll rerun this command. And it says no such process because we don't care. But then when we grep for it, there is only the search for it. So this command is working. So we are going to copy it, and we are going to use this for our command first of all. And let's go. This is how demo work is done. Sorry. Okay, so kill the process, start Tomcat, then go to a sleep and perform a sleep for like, let's say 60 seconds, just to be sure. Okay, and then we go to HTTP put client, and it would execute a card delay of 0. Although it's not card delay anymore, so I want to rename it. I want to call it just delay.
Delay, yeah.
And then I'm going to properties to this thing, and I'm going to change this to just delay. Delay. And I want to do the same thing over here. This is the because that it's not card delay, so I don't want to confuse my users. Okay, delay. Okay, fantastic. Fantastic. And then there it is. And this is our delay. And yeah. So I will run stress once more. Go for it. And let's debug. Let's debug. So what do you say? Would it work?
Yeah.
Aos Web 1, continue. Ooh, it's exciting. So now we are actually waiting for 1 minute for it to pass to stage number 2 with resetting the delay, right? So this is the command. We can already observe that it got killed. So the command is there. If we'll go to systemctl get tomcat, what did I do? Oh, it's not get. It's not Kubernetes. Status tomcat.
Status maybe? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's running. It started the Tomcat servers. Now we are waiting for that thing to start in general. And the login delay. No, sorry, 1 minute. So now it's delayed because the 1 minute is not over yet.
I think I hear your birds again.
Yeah, those headphones that I'm using, that they're from work, and they're like super expensive headphones that block everything. This is why you never hear my kids, I think, unless you do. Please tell me. Do you?
Well, on occasion.
On occasion, okay. Well, when they're shrieking like those birds.
Well, it could be that you're not using the head. Well, it could be that they're usually not freaking out. I heard a little kid talking to you yesterday.
Oh, that's when they come close to me. But their room is like 2 yards from where I sit, so usually you don't hear anybody. Yeah. But for those high-pitched noises, apparently it doesn't work as well. Okay, so there it is. And now using our trusty postman, we are going to get the status, and it's 0. So the whole thing worked.
Hey.
And now we are going to take the spinning circle, and I'm going to create another flow. So it's going to be duplicate. Yes. Rename. I'm going to be reboot Aos server when it's not responding to remediation. This is what was missing in my initial demo setup. That's
you didn't have an overall way to no matter what, I'm going to get this thing back up.
Yes, exactly.
A fail safe.
Yeah, so reboot. Okay, and I don't need to test it because, well, why would I? No, what the heck? I'm going to test it. I want to test it. Let's have ourselves.
I think with OO you could get away with it, but if you make a typing command,
Yeah, it worked. It worked. There we have it. Both of my sessions are out, and this is it. This is how all of the flows for our test scenario are done. So we are done with that part.
Okay, I'm going to stop my recording here because you're going to get out of OO here, I'm guessing.
I'm going to start another process in another video, but for those that are in the video, I'll see you in the next one when we take the flows, put them into use in OO Central and OBM. So there's going to be the mechanical part. So no development work, but using work.